Alright guys, in this particular video we're going to be talking about one of the most applicable parts of plane geometry, and that's dealing with perimeter and area, because you're going to find out that many projects involving construction, involving home improvements, a lot of these deal with both perimeter and area. And before we get into our different examples, I have a video that I want you to look at that just goes over the perimeter and area formula for several different types of shapes. Now, if you are doing projects involving perimeter and you have to go purchase goods, you have to purchase services, purchase materials, whatever the case might be, if it is a perimeter project, it's going to be involved with linear units. So if you were to buy a fence, as an example, you would buy that fence in linear units. If you were to be dealing with problems involving area, that would be with square units, square inches, square yards, square feet. So keep that in mind, and we're just going to use a few different examples and see if you can determine if this will be a perimeter project or an area project. Alright guys, talking about circles, and we're talking about the perimeter of a circle. We don't call it perimeter, we call it circumference. I want to remake this circular edge around this tree here. Would this be a circumference or an area project? You tell me what you think. Alright guys, in this particular video the sound didn't work the way we wanted it to. So if I was going to fill that base of that tree with mulch and that circle shown, would that be an area or a perimeter project? Alright, of course you can see it's spring, things are starting to grow up in the flower beds, but if you wanted to refill this particular flower bed with either dirt or mulch, would that be a project involving perimeter or area? Alright, as you can see, I've got a little retaining wall. It's made of rubber. Of course you can buy that at Home Depot. But if you were wanting to design a flower bed and you want to enclose a rectangular area, would the retaining wall that you purchase here, would that be an area project or a perimeter project? Okay, it's Mr. Rachel here. You can see Dakota the dog just leaving the background here. But if you can come over here and look, just right here, you can see these little pieces. These are pieces, this is called trim. And so if you were going to install new trim in your home, would that be a perimeter project or an area project? Alright guys, another particular project, this is Dakota. He likes to get in the picture a lot of the time. But another project that you might be dealing with from time to time is you'll notice that my entryway is made with tiles. You'll notice they're in the shape of squares. These are 1 square foot tiles. This is also what we have at the school when you look at the white tiles in many of the classrooms. So if you were going to need to retile this entryway, would this be a perimeter project or an area project? Alright guys, of course with the springtime along comes storms. Sometimes your fences might get destroyed or messed up and you might have to repair your fence. So if you're having to repair your fence, would that be a perimeter project or an area project? Sometime in your adult life you're going to have to do some painting, and you're going to have to purchase paint and materials and whatnot. So once you have to paint that house, is that going to be an area project or a perimeter project? So as you can see, there's all kinds of projects, things that you might need to know, where you'll need to know what the perimeter, what the area is of the things that you're trying to work with. So just keep in mind that these things are applicable to your life. You might need to know how to do those shapes from time to time in order to complete either a construction project, home improvement project, whatever the case may be. Just be prepared that geometry might be involved.